So welcome back down to Elite Performance Golf Studios for another Strictly Numbers. Now today we're going to be taking a look at iron shafts, and you know me, I love an extreme comparison, so that's exactly what we're going to do. First of all, it's not going to be overly techie. I'm not going to be looking at too many specs, A, because it's a bank holiday Sunday evening and I'm a little bit hungover. That's how dedicated I am to this content, doing this on a Sunday night, bank holiday. So yeah, I've done obviously some drivers, some irons, now iron shaft time. So we're going to be going extreme. We've got 3 iron shafts here. I've got a Catalyst 60 gram 5.5, so 60 gram regular graphite. I've got the Modus 105 stiff, and then a dynamic gold Tour Issue X100. So 60 gram regular, 105 gram stiff, and then 130 gram extra stiff. This, as always, should be very interesting. So I just want to touch briefly on why I'm kind of doing these videos. Now, obviously I love doing these tests. It's great for everyone to see, and I'm trying to get more knowledge across to you guys on how specific products perform head to head. So hopefully it just gives you more knowledge to make better purchases, if you're just buying randomly offline or off eBay or whatever the case may be. Because there's so much bad information out there, misinformation about how products perform, what you can possibly get out of a product. I mean, we will definitely be diving more into like fitting scenarios as we move on, when I've got a bit more time to do it properly. But for now, it's kind of, I want to show you how a product performs with a consistent delivery, with a consistent strike. It's not in a fitting scenario where, you might have a 130 gram extra stiff steel shaft and you just struggle like mad to time it, and just too much effort to swing, getting there all out of sorts, and just, and then I put a 60 gram regular in there, and then all of a sudden, so much easier, so much more manageable. You don't have to feel like you're going after it. You're connecting with it better, more consistently, etc. That's from a fitting perspective. I just want to show you how different things may or may not perform. Because like I said, there's a lot of misinformation out there that I just want to change the shaft just to get another 1500 spin on my ball, or gain another 20 yards and all that sort of stuff. If you're striking it well with the same head, it just doesn't happen. It's just not a thing. So that's one of the main reasons behind me doing extreme tests like this, is to kind of break some of the stigma and some of the bad information out there that a lot of people still have in this industry. So yeah, that's why we do it, and hopefully you like it. So let's dive in and get going, because I want to go home. First up, Catalyst 60 gram 5.5. The head I'm going to be using is the PXG 0311T. Again, that's obviously going to be staying constant throughout the test. Only the shaft is going to be changing, of course. So this currently swing rates at C8, so very, very light. I mean, when I pick it up, it feels like there's no shaft there. It feels like there's only a head. And that's an interesting kind of concept, actually. Sometimes when I give some people a really light shaft, they go, that feels really heavy. Ultimately, you just can't really feel the shaft. It just feels like a lump on the end of nothing. That's why it feels heavy, but it's actually technically lighter. But yeah, it's one of them weird things, right? So, same as always, 20 shots with each. Delete the worst 10, leave the best 10 in, and let's see how it goes. Flags out there at 180. First one, not even thinking, still talking. That was a little bit thin. Get over that water. Oh, we'll take that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Still decent. Flags out there at 180. Still a chance of birdie there. We'll take that. Yeah, nice. It's a nice one. Just left of the flag. Yeah, nice. Good. I'm a bit of a weirdo. I'm swinging at 94 mile an hour club head speed, which is obviously reasonably quick with a 7-iron. I just love the way that light things feel. Honestly, I'm so much more comfortable with something feeling lighter than I am heavier. It's really weird. Like, you pick it up and it just feels like it's no effort to swing. So it's just quite nice. I'll take shots like that every day of the week. And you say, well, how consistent is it, I suppose? And well, we'll find out. answer to that one is that's pretty much the same as the last one. So quite consistent. 2 shots being a big data set though, yeah? Get in the hole. Yeah, saying that all day long. I mean, the strike consistency so far, I mean, I've been hitting it all right, but it's just a few when I can't feel where it is. So I don't love that. I don't love that. It's just a touch light. Very easy to swing, but just almost just too much, to be honest, you know. It's very interesting. I keep losing it a little right. It's not my shot at all. Sploosh. It's been a lovely green to come into in real life. Okay, so that's 20 done with a catalyst. I must say, I actually rather enjoyed that. I like the feel of it. It's a bit extreme, obviously. It is a bit light for me. But anywho, stepping straight up into the big boy, the Dynamic Gold Tour Issue X100. So, I mean, you don't really need to say how different these shafts are. Pretty much completely different. Stepping up somewhat around 70 grams in weight, going into probably one of the most played shafts on tour. So, yeah, don't have to say much more than that. Swing weight jumped up from, I think it was C8 to D5. So, just straight away, a huge difference in swing weight, obviously, because there's a huge difference in actual weight. Feels like a sledgehammer now compared to that catalyst. When even that last shot, you can see I hit a few like nearly flew in the hole with the catalyst. I mean, it feels so heavy. Like, I do not like the feel of heavy. Even just through the swing, even through impact, you could just feel that it was just, felt so clunky. I mean, what's that? 12, 13 feet for birdie. I mean, we'll take it, but it was not the best shot in the world. Strikes felt a little bit better on that one, but again, it feels like so clunky through impact and just doesn't even feel that stiff, to be honest, compared to the catalyst. I know that sounds mad to say, but yeah, it just feels way heavier and just harder through impact, which I do not like. Do not like. Hung back on that one a little bit. But again, edge of the green, we'll take it. That was not the best strike. We like missed strikes like that. Yep, touch toey. Oh wow, that's such a bad swing. That is off the planet. Easy up and down though, easy up and down. No need to worry. And that was like a little heavy. Go! How about that for a little heavy one? Yeah, it's just interesting, like, what have I hit with this now? Just over 10 shots? Not one of them's actually felt nice or enjoyable. You can actually feel the shaft more through impact. I feel like it's actually deflecting more through impact. It just feels harder to time, to be honest. Which I know seems crazy, but that is how I feel. Sploosh. Yeah, don't know, don't like it. Too heavy, too clunky. Jesus Christ. Excuse my French, hit the path. Oh, that's gone miles. So that's just been left, right, left. Oh, and they say the heavier, the easier it is to control. I do not feel in control of this whatsoever. All right, I'm going home. Had enough. I quit. I'm back. God, so bad. So bad. Oh, jeez. Could be the fact I'm partially hungover, but no excuses. And that is not really great, is it? Like, fuck. I didn't swear. I didn't swear. Oh dear, I mean, just missed the green. I must say, like, that was a struggle. If I was going out and playing tomorrow, there is no question I'd be taking the 60-gram Catalyst over the Dynamic Gold X100 without a shadow of a doubt. It's not like I only hit a few and went, I don't like that, like a fitting scenario sometimes. I hit 20, I was trying to get the swing in place. No dice, no dice. Right, so let's see if that was me or the shaft. It was definitely me, of course, as well, but damn, that was a struggle. So moving into the Modus 105 stiff, so much more in that mid-weight range. Swing weights now come back down from D5 to just under D2. So from C8 to D5 down to about D2, sitting right in that middle range. Typically I would probably like a little bit more 105 stiff, kind of D1, D2 sort of range would be more of my field preference, I guess. So see if I struggle with this one as much. So instantly the weight feels much more comfortable to me. That X100 just felt, yeah, hard work. Even that, it just felt instantly better, like instantly better. I know it's a little bit left, edge of the green, we'll take it, but that whole thing through the whole swing, impact, gosh, felt so much better. So much better. And the strike felt good, little turn. Just generally my shot, to be fair. I mean, I would pretty much always aim right edge of most greens and just try and play a little draw in. So this is probably the worst green ever for me. Great for a fade. Absolute nightmare for a draw. Get up, get up. Again, not a bad result, we'll take it. We will take it. That's a little bit better. So again, wasn't really struck that well, it was a tiny bit off the bottom, but coming into this screen, the way I'm swinging today, I'll take it all day long. We're getting there. Starting to actually be able to hit a golf shot again. God, I am so dehydrated right now. Not ideal. Take it. Get up. We will take that all day long. Yeah, I mean, it's still like, I've struggled a little bit with it, but 100% it's just me today. Swings a little bit, not 100% right now, but it feels way better to me than the X100. This one, just going straight in the hole, I can feel it. Straight in the hole. Straight in the water. Stay left. Stay left. Ah, it's all right. On the green. We're on the green. We're good. It's nice. Nice shot. Yep. Beautiful. Right, shot 60. Shot 60. I think definitely part of the struggling is rushing through shots and just not taking my time. But like I say, bank holiday Sunday, slightly hungover, and maybe just want to go for a nap. Cool. One more. Come on. Let's make it a good one. And it's not a bad one at all. It might have been the best one with the Modus. It could go in the hole. Go on. Oh, naughty. Right. I'm actually just going to hit 2 more with the Catalyst, just to see. Right, we're back into the Catalyst, just for a couple. I just want to see. I mean, I really managed to get into a groove with this thing. I was really enjoying hitting it. I've got the strength of a newborn right now, but I mean, that was just not a good shot. And like, it's going to go in the hole. Go on. Oh, jeez. I mean, that's just madness, isn't it? That just goes to show. Preconceived notions, right? 60 gram, 5.5. I mean, I still probably wouldn't game it, to be fair, but it was just way better than either of the Modus or the Dynamic Gold X100. Craziness. Again, it's not particularly a good shot, but it's going to go in. Right, that's it. I'm getting some Catalysts in the bag. Okay, that's ridiculous. Like, oh. As always, a quick look at 0 shots deleted. I've got my little teacher pointy stick, as always, tripping over balls. So obviously we've got the Catalyst, 60 gram, 5.5, Dynamic Gold X100, Modus 105, ball speed, pretty much identical between the Modus and the Dynamic Gold, 3 mile an hour jump up with the Catalyst. Launch, the Modus and the Catalyst were pretty much identical at 18, and then the Dynamic Gold at 19. So yeah, so much for light soft graphite launching and spinning more, right? 6,000, 59, 6,000, spin, nothing in it whatsoever. Catalyst 180, Dynamic Gold 176, Modus 175. And I mean, if we look at the standard deviations, 4, 5, 6, yeah, I mean, it's not enough there really, is there, to make a huge difference. Even the spin, 316, 329, 372, all within the 300s. I mean, yeah, 60 revs of difference of standard deviation either side on it. 322, I mean 1.3, 1.41, so actually the launch was the tightest with the Catalyst. Ball speed pretty much the tightest between the Dynamic Gold and the Catalyst. So again, for consistency, the Dynamic Gold was no better. Actually, it was probably slightly worse. Yeah, no, it's all quite tight in it really. But I mean, the dispersion-wise, the Dynamic Gold was the widest left to right. The Modus and the Catalyst were fairly similar, but the Catalyst was way better than the Modus front to back. So even if you're talking left to right and front to back dispersion, Catalyst wins in pretty much every category. So what I'm saying is from now on, we've got some 60 gram regular graphites in the bag. So club data with 0 shots taken out. Now, that's actually kind of not what I expected to see. I expected obviously to swing the Catalyst quite a bit quicker actually. But we can see 93.8, 93.3, 92.7. So it does go quickest, lightest, then down to the heaviest, but it's only 1 mile an hour in it. So actually the difference in ball speed just came from the efficiency. So again, I was just hitting the Catalyst better, which, yeah, I knew that kind of. I was just, that's why I enjoyed it more. I was just striking it better, more consistently out the middle, so the efficiency was better. But yeah, again, there's not much between the Dynamic Gold and Modus. More efficient with the Catalyst. Dynamic loft, now again, it's just interesting, isn't it? Because you would think the Dynamic Gold X100, heaviest, stiffest, stiff tip, low launch kind of vibes of a shaft. Dynamic loft, which you always talk about kind of deflection coming in, kind of it's going to deflect less, therefore it may deliver less dynamic loft to impact, therefore reducing that launch and spin. Again, the Modus and the Catalyst were pretty much identical at 24, just over. and then the dynamic gold at 25. So he delivered more dynamic loft with the dynamic gold X100. Path and angle of attack, again, as always, kind of less than a degree in it, so I'm not really going to dive too much into that, to be honest. Average strike, yeah, again, not really going to dive too much into that. There's not much going on there, so let's take out any bad shots and have a look at that data. Right, ball data now with the best 10 shots left in, so obviously we can see the dispersion circles have shrunk to being pretty much identical, to be honest. You can just see the difference in distance. So yeah, same order, catalyst, dynamic gold, Modus, ball speed, jumps 127, Modus 125, dynamic gold 124, so still a clear ball speed jump with the catalyst. Launch, I mean, you couldn't really write it, could you? It's like the opposite of what it should be. So the catalyst launched the lowest, then the Modus, and then the dynamic gold X100 launched the highest. Yeah. 17.5, 18 with the Modus, and then 19 with the dynamic gold. And the catalyst also spun the lowest at 58 compared to 59, 59. I mean, there's not really much there, is there? To be honest, if that was a fitting scenario, you'd be like, there's just nothing in it, really. But the catalyst did spin the lowest. Madness. And yeah, carry, I mean, it's pretty much what we'd expect to see, because I struggle with the dynamic gold. Even with the 10 best shots left in, it was the lowest at 176, Modus 178, and then jump up to the catalyst at 182 average carry. Yeah, and even standard deviations really, again, still 1.6, 0.9, 186, 180, 220. The dynamic gold was the worst. 2.2, yeah, nothing really there at all, as expected. If anything, the dynamic gold was the least consistent, which is probably completely opposite of what you should think. Although, having said that, True Temper have always said, play the lightest shaft you feel you can control. I'm probably not far off that 60. Tell you what, I might dabble around with some kind of 80-gram shaft, something like that, to be honest, because, yeah, that was quite enjoyable. Club data again, I mean, again, we're not really going to expect much change here. Don't even really need to bother doing this, but I will. So the efficiency actually closes, which again we'd expect, so I deleted any of the bad ones with the dynamic gold and Modus, but we're still more efficient with the catalyst. Swing speed, pretty much identical. The dynamic loft still, again, lowest with the catalyst, 23.6, 24.2, 25.5, so again, the opposite order of what you would expect. Dynamic lie, I mean, yeah, interesting, we were seeing, you know, a little less droop with the dynamic gold X100, so it wasn't kind of drooping as much, so the toe was a little bit more up, which, you know, we would actually expect. That's one thing about this test that we would kind of expect, I suppose. Face angle, path, angle of attack, there's nothing there, it's pointless. So yeah, there we go, another interesting test, and probably the complete opposite of what you would have thought. So not only did the catalyst launch lower and spin lower, it was actually the most consistent, the most online, and yeah, just the best. So there you go. This is why you come get fit and don't go off, I think this would be right for me, because you never know. Right, so I hope you all have a good bank holiday weekend. I hope you're well, and yeah, keep watching, please. Subscribe, like, all that kind of jazz. It's hard on YouTube, isn't it? Hard to get subscribers. Takes a while. But we're going to keep it coming. We're going to keep the content coming. As always, got lots more to do. We'll be diving into some fitting stuff and loads of other bits and bobs. So I just find little tests like this quick, easy, fun, and hopefully helpful for you. So stay tuned and see you again soon.